Okay, what's up, people? Welcome to Talk Beta. This is our first episode on Talk Beta, and today we want to be deliberating on jungle justice. My name is Isaiah, and here I have two speakers with me. I want to start with the one on my right hand side. So here I have,
Dante Akwan.
and on my left hand side, I have.
Christina John.
Okay, today since we are deliberating on jungle justice, I want to see your own point of view, like generally how you view jungle justice, or what you take home with it, how you really view it, like generally. So I would like to hear from you, Miss Christina.
Well, first of all, I would like to thank you for having me here today.
Welcome.
Generally, in my own point of view, jungle justice is outright inhumanity. And I don't think it should even be encouraged at all because I don't see any reason why someone should be brutalized in that form because of an allegation. Sometimes it's just a false allegation, you understand, and then people just think yes, it's actually true because nobody wants to hear what the person has to say. I don't think anyone should be made to pass through such inhumanity, understand.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. So, Mr. Ndati, would love to hear your own point of view generally on jungle justice.
Okay, let's take it from this end. Now, jungle justice is an action that speaks subconsciously, right? Now, for instance, jungle justice as a whole is not just something that people individually would want to engage in, but there are some factors that happens and it affects the way people view it. Let me bring up an analogy here. For instance, you happen to maybe encounter some armed robbers, right? And then your child is shot dead. I mean, right before your eyes, the child is shot dead. I hope you know that that experience lives with you forever.
Yes.
Right? Now, if you happen to be in a society or in an environment where someone happens to kill someone and he's caught in the act, what would you think the experience that you had seeing your child being killed, what would you think will happen? That rage, right? Because the person that killed your child, nothing was done about it. Most times, I don't really want to create disparities, but most times, you see, there are problems. It is normally it is inhumanity, but personally, sometimes I think I can encourage it. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. So we've heard from both speakers the general view on jungle justice, but me, I still get question when I want to stay like this. I get plenty question I want to give them because bumper to bumper. I don't want to close my eyes like. So now, I want to ask you, for the jungle justice wey dey so, what do you really think is the positive view about jungle justice? Like, wetin really dey inside jungle justice wey make you feel say make they run am, make they run am, make they do am.
Okay.
So I would love to hear from you, sir.
Okay, first of all, it creates fear because when an individual is used as a scapegoat, right, and then someone who had an intention of carrying out that same action, you see, when the person stands and view it and he sees how the person is being used or brutalized, it creates that fear, and before you know it, maybe the intentions he had vanishes. Do you understand me? So the kind of there's a fear it creates in the heart of someone who had an intention to perform something evil.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, I would love to hear your own side of the positive view on jungle justice, please.
Well, personally, I don't encourage jungle justice, but then I think why people encourage jungle justice is that way justice is being meted out to those they think deserve to undergo punishments for their crimes, you understand? And then people feel like a little bit better when this punishment are being meted out to the people that deserve this punishment over the crime they committed. Because then if they have to wait for security agencies, sometimes it doesn't give them the pleasure they desire, you understand? But then when they see stuff like this, when they see people being burnt for a crime they sometimes committed, I think they derive this kind of satisfaction, like they feel satisfied that finally at least justice has been made.
Okay, so sorry. Let me cut you in. Sorry, I don't mean to. Now, there's a point you made, and it strikes a chord. Now, jungle justice should not be carried out on someone in which the crime he committed is just allegations, right? If there is no certainty that he's the person that committed this crime, I don't think jungle justice should be
Now,
attained.
it is not possible for people to find out if the person actually committed the crime or not. Why? Because nobody wants to hear them talk.
Then there shouldn't be any jungle
please,
justice.
please, okay, excuse me. The thing is that I was actually trying to get the positive view.
Okay.
Like I wanted to know, okay, this jungle justice show wey we dey run. Wetin make you feel say e dey okay, or wetin make you feel say this jungle justice
Make we
go result
continue.
in wey people like say, okay, this is the positive aspect of this thing. I like that this one. That's what I was asking.
Okay.
And you guys have actually given me your own views.
Okay.
Because like this, I get plenty questions to knack out today about jungle justice.
Okay.
So
Wow.
on the meantime, let's just dive into another question. If na for the fight, una fight that one later, yeah? Una
Okay.
comot for this thing, una go fight. So I want to ask this question. Since you have deliberated, we've talked about the positive aspect of it. You don't take me your own, say you create fear. This one don't take me your own as well. So now, what do you think is the negative view of jungle justice?
Okay. All right. The negative view, the one that really concerns me, is that most times the individual in question, it is just allegations, right? They are being killed just by sometimes allegations, because there are no, people that are involved, okay, that are supposed to carry out the investigations, rather, sorry about that, investigations to know if this individual in question actually committed this crime. So most times you see the innocent people are killed. And most times, okay, I was in an environment and then I heard tifo, and before you know it,
They don't burn you.
this guy was brutalized like right before me, and they burnt him, unfortunately. But
Sorry for cutting you. Like, would you say that this thing normally happens because our agency responsible for acting in situations like that do not respond quickly?
in most cases, because
Okay.
now this is what happens, sir. If I am robbed or vandalized, right, by someone, and then I report it to the appropriate authorities,
Yes.
and then before you know it, in 2 weeks, the person that vandalized me, I'm seeing him walking on the street, and the due process is not being carried out. Automatically, as a human being, I'll be angry. I will be angry. So most times is a result of the inappropriate actions of the authorities involved.
Okay.
Do you understand me?
Yes.
Yes.
I get your point.
Thank you.
So you, Miss Christiana, what do you think is the negative view on jungle justice?
Well, like he said, I think innocent people are being made to face punishments for what they know nothing about. Like, many people are being accused of stuff like this, and then they get to face this brutalization from angry mobs and sometimes vigilantes over what they know nothing about. Like, for instance, sometime in May 12, some years ago, a man was burnt to death because of 100 naira change. Imagine someone being burnt because of 100 naira. And then you won't even forget to mention the Alufo incidents in Uniport, where 4 students were burnt to death because they were accused of being robbers and cultists. I mean, does it make any sense? Sometimes people are just accused falsely, and sometimes people are set up. Even if you catch these people in this act, you understand? Even if you catch people with evidences that sometimes make you think, yes, they are actually the culprits, it might be a setup sometimes, you understand?
Yeah.
Then investigations have to be carried out to actually prove that this person is guilty and deserves to be punished. But then this jungle justice stuff has caused infringements on human rights. Like, human beings don't have the rights to defend themselves. They just met out punishments on them outrightly.
Yeah, that's right. Because from what you said, I remember the story that I think 2 friends were just joking, and the other one was like, "Ole, ole, ole," and the next thing, guy was burnt. They did not even allow her to talk again, and she one day struggle. They thought, say na play, they no wan hear, because they no wan use their ear ole, and then they say burn the guy, and na the girl get boyfriend that year. So to me, this jungle justice of a thing, I don't know, now I wan take it from. So like this, I want to ask this one. So personally, on your own as you dey, do you support jungle justice? Like personally on your own, is it the fact say you know say your things dey lost normal, streets no good, everywhere is dry, things dey happen, they collect your bag, shey they never steal your phone before?
They don steal o. They even rob me for plaza.
You go do all those kind things, you go reason am.
And I dey see person wey dey do am.
He
He dey walk pass
na why
me.
they pay you, as you see the person na go dey pay you.
He go pay me now. He go pay me.
Na why they ask you now say as you dey so personally talk your mind, shey you support am?
Omo, to be very frank with you, without any sense of bias, humanly, I crave to see jungle justice. But do you know the point I'm trying to make?
You don dey put bottle.
Yes, that's what I said. That without any sense of bias. Okay, I understand. That's a very hard question you're asking.
You don't want to dey bias.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, because like my human nature, you know, the nature of human is love, and sometimes, so at the same time, I crave to see justice, right? I crave to see equity and fairness.
That's if there is fact for it.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say.
But when we talk of jungle justice, I no sure say fact dey dey. Once they don hear say na thief, they don burn you.
Okay, sometimes person wey they don steal something from am dey.
That person no don carry yeye thief again now. But at some point, e get as person fit steal this thing now, bam, carry am now, come drop am for here. Sha thief o, because when they think they come see am for this game, come burn this game.
Yes, it happens.
Of course.
Na wetin na
It dey happen.
wetin you no too value for jungle justice.
It dey happen.
But you talk say you like am, no wahala.
I like am sometimes o.
Maybe depend on your area, shey you dey live for Ikorodu, where you dey live for.
Area wey I live dey rough o.
Okay, Mr. Christiana, can we hear from you? Like, do you personally support jungle justice?
Personally,
I know be straightforward.
like he said, not to be biased, I don't support jungle justice in any way. You know, sometimes I've been opportune to witness like 3 or 4 jungle justice recently. Okay, I think last year or so, and then I can tell you the truth. I wasn't able to sleep after witnessing such scenario. Like, it was so terrible, and the image was just there in my mind. Like, how can people be just heartless? That was what was going through my mind.
Sorry, my sister. I don't mean to cut you. Sometimes ago I was close at Etam, you know, and then I was inside a cab, right? And then the driver that was driving me was just about to alight someone, and then the guy got alighted. So immediately the guy came out of the cab. You know what the guy did?
No.
Right? The guy removed a knife.
That is a dagger.
Yes, a dagger. A dagger, right?
Yeah.
And he held my clothes. And immediately he held my clothes.
This you?
Yes,
Thank
of course.
God.
He held my clothes, and the first target that he was my phone. So immediately I saw that he held my clothes, I allowed my phone to fall. You know, in the process where that he needed to come down, put his hand,
Yes.
the driver left off. Right? And I marked his face. Some time ago again, the same guy almost robbed up at the same time. Now, what do you expect me to do? For instance, if that guy is caught,
You hand him over to the authorities.
I hand him over to the authorities. Meanwhile, this person has been arrested time and over again, and then the thing comes out.
See, the thing is, what I don't make sure, the authority thing wey we dey talk. You know say, you get as you carry this phone now, you call police. For some kind countries, 2 seconds, you know, to take police to come. This one you go there, they call police, night go reach you. Before you know say that guy wey you catch, so he get him own gun.
Of course.
When we say they hear say, they don catch this guy,
of course,
cartel go bounce dey come. So now, see you as you be, you go catch person, cartel come meet you. They go butcher you for there. Of course. So at some point, this jungle justice of a thing, dey sharp o. Because one thing about jungle justice be say, if they burn person, nobody go come say na you be more fuel. Na you be, say na you carry that tire. You understand?
Yes.
Once they don burn you, na jungle justice. So,
well, sometimes it helps in meting out justice, but like I said, personally, I don't support it.
Okay.
Yes.
Na that point wey be say you gats find the fact first. If you say you dey find the fact, say okay, the person do am. You understand?
But this one, nobody wants to find any facts now. Nobody wants to find any facts.
Most times, the person who does this thing is caught right in the act. Jungle justice should not be meted out to someone who there is no fact.
Yes, yes.
But most
Exactly.
times, innocent people are caught in this crossfire.
That's why we are
I think
supposed to
barely.
look for the
I
fact and
think
evidence.
barely.
And nobody
Barely
wants to look
innocent
for the
people
facts
be
now.
caught.
Yes,
Yes.
barely.
The thing about jungle justice is this: person come here now carry this phone, bam, they don see am, they don see say na him carry this phone. If you like make you throw this phone away, na him go born.
Of course,
That's say they don see am.
of course.
Jungle justice no too to me o, e no too be like say you carry this phone go, the next day they come burn am. No. Even I think e get place for Bible wey be say if the thief steal your thing, you
Make you
catch
catch
am.
am, make you return am 100-fold, 7-fold rather.
Abi e get place wey dey like say
Yes.
make they kill am now, do something. Kill am now.
Yes, now.
Kill am now. But if you come back the next day, no touch am again.
Now.
So I think jungle justice, if person carry that thing now, they see am say na you, omo, they go burn you ASAP.
Sharp.
Okay, so I think we've been talking for a while now about jungle justice, and I want to know in conclusion, what is your advice to the public on jungle justice? What do you advise the public to do? Maybe to avoid it or to whatever. But generally on jungle justice, if you are to advise the public now, and of course you are advising the public now about jungle justice, what would you have to say about that?
Okay. Well, since jungle justice has actually helped in some way to reduce crime, I actually think the public should at least try to get facts so that innocent people will not get burnt in the process. At least they should be certain that these people are guilty of the crime they are accused of committing before such justice is being meted out to them. Because if I should tell the public, don't mete out jungle justice, I don't think they want to go with that. No. Nobody want to go with the fact that they are not able to mete out justice when they know very well that the appropriate authorities are not going to do anything about it. So I'll just advise the public to at least be certain and stop accusing people falsely of things they've not committed, because there are angry mobs everywhere and nobody wants to hear any explanation from anybody. So
Now everybody
they should try to be getting facts first before meting out justice.
But at the same time, sorry, I don't mean to cut you in, but at the same time, I hope you know that jungle justice is against the law, the rule of law in Nigeria.
Well, if it's against the rule of law, I think they should have done something about it.
Good. Then how do we balance that? That's my problem. Because there's no how I will be vandalized. And then you tell me that I have the opportunity to catch this person that vandalizes me. And then I will not want to mate out.
Well, if jungle justice is against the rule of law, actually, me, I've not seen anybody do anything about jungle justice. So, like last year, I saw like how many places, up to 10 places where people got burnt. Sometimes two people, sometimes 4, sometimes
in fact,
1.
in a week, most
no
times
one did anything about
in a
it.
week.
No one did anything about it. So I don't think it's against any rule of law, because if it was, someone would have actually done something about it.
Now, okay, sorry to cut you.
It's okay.
There is something I'm seeing that is being traced to jungle justice subliminally, is as a result of individuals who are disappointed, right? There are people, the people that made out this jungle justice are people that are angry with the law because the people involved have refused to carry out their due processes.
Yes, just
Yes.
like
That's
okay,
true.
yeah,
That's
we dey
true.
help you, they see am.
Yes, and they see am.
That's true.
They don't operate am plenty
You know one
times.
thing about being arrested is this. Maybe like say once police just arrest person, say na to go lock am up forever, no. Sometimes you are arrested to be corrected, and sometimes they will arrest you, take you to the torture room, torture you, beat you, and try to correct you. You know, governments love us.
Yes, that's one of the
But
criminal justice system.
I
Yeah.
don't actually think they do this torturing thing anymore.
I don't think
when you pay money, my dear, you're
I
going
don't think-
scot free. I don't think they do this torturing thing anymore.
Okay. Oh, sorry. There's in a particular locality, there is a man who is a local government chairman, right? And then there is this person who works with him. So the guy was happened to be involved in something, and then he was caught. Normally, he was supposed to serve because what he did was what he did was terrible.
Yeah.
Do you know that in less than a few months, this guy was out?
Because there was money.
No, when you are talking generally about Nigeria, and me, I no wan just come out for that side. But normally the arrest person is still or something. Is should I call it civil offence? Okay, that's criminal. Like that's robbery.
Yes.
Person
Yeah.
is supposed to save actually.
Good.
So why the person take the comot? How the person take the comot?
But unfortunately, we don't know.
maybe grace found you. So
Maybe.
you just take it that way.
Maybe.
Okay, in conclusion, what's your advice like to the public about it?
Personally, I jungle justice is not appropriate. Is not appropriate at all. But at the same time, you that is involved in crimes, please, I advise you, desist from it, because who knows, tomorrow you might be the next victim.
Yeah.
Yes.
You might be okay. You have been going around,
Going
robbing people,
scot-free.
vandalizing people, but the next person might be you. So please, I advise us. There are legal ways to make money. I know the system, the
It's
financial
very
system is
tough,
corrupted,
yeah.
it's tough. But at the same time, there are things to do. There are legit things to do. If you are seeing someone who is making it, you can serve, right? You can ask questions. Go humbly. Forget about pride. Forget about pressure, right? And serve. There is time for everything. Buckle up. It's gonna be fine. Everything will be okay,
Yes.
right? Fortunately, in Nigeria, God has given us so much grace that no matter how terrible the situations and conditions are, something will come out tough. Right, we have that resilience. So please, I encourage you,
Yeah.
stay out of jungle justice, and you stay out of
And
being
stop
a
trying
victim.
to follow
Stop
your
trying to
friends.
follow
Stop
your
trying
friends
to
because of
live up
pressure.
to
Thank you very much.
whatever it is they're living up
Yeah,
to.
okay, so guys, now you've heard from our two speakers their own point of view on jungle justice. So that will be the end of our show today, but we are not ending this topic here. So that is why we are putting this up to you on your screen so that you can put your comments down and also tell us your own point of view, ask your own question. We'll be glad to answer. So you can follow us on our Facebook, our YouTube, our Instagram, our TikTok and Twitter accounts to stay updated. We'll be updating you on these episodes of Talk Better. So we'll be coming to your screen live sometimes to deliberate on topics like this. So your comment, your like, your share, your subscription is highly appreciated. So thank you so much, and once again, my name is Isaiah.
Ibomblog.com.